Hey guys, Lard here, and in this video we'll talk about dodging or rolling, if you will. So we don't have any kind of acrobatics here, we don't have any way to avoid enemy attacks, and it doesn't feel, fluent, or fluid rather. I think it's fluent. Our motion, the way how we control the character. So it's gonna be really hard to have these hardcore, high stakes, high skill duels in this kind of setup. So first thing we want to do when we talk about dodging or rolling is get rid of any distractions on our test map, and then let's go ahead and look for the animations, because without animations we pretty much cannot do much. So I'm gonna get my full screen content browser here, and let's look at, let's see, we have SNS Animset Pro, and let's see what kind of animations we have here. Of course, easiest thing to do is to just look for dodge. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, so that's the motion backward. And does it have the root motion? Let's see. So this is in place, right? So if we go here, in this pack, in this particular pack, we don't have a roll through your head animation, so we're not going to use it because I have another pack in the other projects. But let's stick to, let's see, animation. Why would, yeah, so this, yeah, that was like kind of a bug there. Root motion. So let's try to use this dodge animation here. Sword dodge backwards, because the basic one is backwards. Okay, so it uses root motion, and if you check it off you can see what kind of movement we talk about. Okay, so just to recap, when you enable root motion, it stops moving here, but when you apply it on your character, if you have root motion enabled, he will actually be moved by this animation backwards. Okay, so we just take this guy, right click, create anim montage. It's off my screen, but that's what I'm doing. And the default name is fine for me. So now it's anim montage. And we have only one slot here for now. We're not gonna use upper body slot. Okay, so for now, let's just go back to our core. Do we go into player controller? No, we want to go, for now we want to go to third person character. Again, remember we now have bots here, so it makes sense to implement the input mechanics for call-in dodge in our controller, but the functionality should be in the third person character. Then the bots can use it as well. And for now we will just do the simple approach. So we have our bunch of code here, and for now let's just take a particular button and just test it on the button, right? Let's do shift, or maybe let's see what makes more sense here. Control. So left control, and let's quickly check our attack enables is attacking. Yeah, so let's not allow the possibility that you can attack during the dodge for now. So I can actually use my boolean for is attacking here. So first of all, if you are already attacking, so if this is false, if you are not attacking, then we allow you to do this thing. So we will take this thing on, and then we take our mesh and do play montage. Let's see if we have set it up. No. So again, go back to the dodge montage, content browser, search in content browser, have it selected, go here, and click the click the arrow. Okay, so we have this thing. If it's interrupted or it's completed, we're gonna go ahead and set the is attacking to false. So we're kind of done. So let's save this and let's check. Okay, so you can see this kind of works. Let's see if we can bug it out. Okay, we can. Right. So let's see, why can we use it during the attack? Apparently, yeah. So first of all, you can always do this find references and find who is setting is attacking. Uninterrupted of the attack is fine, or on notify end, yeah, but that's not what happens. This is our thing, and then yeah, that's it. So on movement it works fine. You can see I'm moving, and then I can't move anymore during the animation montage of this guy. One thing we don't like at all, by the way, is that he dodges in the direction that his body is, so he doesn't turn immediately. So that's one of the things we can fix. But other thing we want to fix is that you can actually do that. Right, so I think we can try doing it this way. So montage, no, let's get animation instance, right? Is any montage playing, right? So if we're not attacking, let's do this thing. Nor attacking, right? Nor is any montage playing. So it's like double check here. So if both of these are true now, then we say, okay, now we are attacking, just so we cannot attack at this point. And we're doing this thing where we play montage, we complete it, and we stop attacking. Again, this boolean now has to be renamed, but let's keep it simple for now. Okay, so this stuff still works. One thing, of course, is that we have this big delay. We don't want it that big, but I think that's fine. Ah, yeah, also this happens. And I think I know why this happens. So this is something that changes our root motion. Set root motion mode. Yeah, okay, that's it. Right. So what we need to do right now is we need to ensure root motion mode here. And I think we can just go ahead here and we say, okay, if we started doing this dodge, then we take this anim instance here. Let's see if we can get to this nice and tidy. No. Okay, that's better. Maybe let's copy and paste this guy so it doesn't get look this messy. Okay. So root motion mode will be root motion from montages only, at least. Okay. Okay. So maybe because of this, we now don't need this guy, which is any montages playing. Let's check. Yeah, actually, yeah, okay, this is the problem, though. So, yeah, that's just ridiculous. Okay, let's keep both of these together, because otherwise we could just bug it out by doing it repeatedly. Okay, a couple of more things here. Let's play it like 150% play rate. The distance could be bigger, but let's keep it for now here, just like that. Okay, so one more thing we don't want is we don't want him to dodge just back, depending on where the body was staring. We want him to dodge back, considering where the camera is pointing, right? Okay, so we have a camera, and let's see what we can do with it. So let's get rotation, this world rotation, and we can split this rotation, and we only need yaw. actually. So pitch and roll we don't care because it's going to be looking up and down, or rotate, which it shouldn't be. So we only care about this thing. And now let's just do the simplest thing ever, which is taking a mesh before we start playing montage. We just take a mesh and we do set world rotation. And remember, this is our mesh, so theoretically at least he should never be rotated by roll or pitch, because these are these kinds of rotations and then these kinds of rotations. So these should be 0 for the character, which is logical, but yaw can now be just set to follow camera. So let's see how this looks like. This is gonna be kind of rough, of course. Actually, you know what? I think this is not exactly what we want. And also, he will now stay there for whatever reason. Which is again not what we want, so let's maybe decrement this by 90 just for starters. Okay, actually that's good enough for now. So wherever you're going, and you shouldn't be doing this in the air. So let's check if we are in the air or not as well. Because remember, AniMontage changes root motion in AniMontage, it changes the character coordinates. So if you're in the air, it doesn't care, right? I don't remember exactly, but I think we can do like air on the character is in air. There's a check. Landed. There should be a check. Let's see, is walking. Is exceeding max speed, is active. Let's see what else we have here. Is falling, crouching, swimming, nav measure walking. I'm not sure that this is what we want, but we can quickly check. So end boolean, we want to make sure that we're walking. I think this is just a movement mode. Actually, you know what? That's exactly what we need. So you can see I'm in the air and I'm pressing, nothing happens. But when I land, you can see that's exactly what we need. Okay, one thing is that you can see that we have to finish the animation before we can do anything further, which is again, it doesn't provide this fluid kind of motion, or control rather. We want to feel really powerful being in this, controlling this character. So we want minimum amount of input lag and maximum feeling of, you know, we really control the body. We can change the motions on the fly and so on and so forth. So let's go back to this guy. Let's see. Let's take notifies and let's see at which moment we could say, okay, you can now control the character. So somewhere here, that's it. At this point, if he moves, we should allow him to move. So let's go ahead and add notify state. Montage notify window is enough. Let's call it interrupt. So I usually call them interrupt. It means that you can at this point interrupt this particular montage and start doing something else if you want. So here, the only thing we need to do is we can say, okay, you know what? Let's see, where was it? Actually, this would be end, the end of it. I mean, the point of interrupt is that it's not a window, it's just one thing, but we want to use the end frame, right? So where does it begin? We're not using it in this way. We only use this end frame. So it's called interrupt, which is fine. We go if notify name is interrupt, which is the same that we wrote there. When the notify ends, then we will do this thing as well, which is attacking is 0. Now there's this one thing that we want to prevent, which is if we interrupted it here and then it was interrupted because we started moving, it will switch off the attacking once again. He's attacking once again. So let's do it once. Do once. This thing. Okay. And so when you complete, you do his attacking off, interrupted off, on notify ends, interrupt is off. By the way, these guys, these completed interrupted, are now fail safes because notify end should shoot every time. Just in case it doesn't, in case the animation is being interrupted because you're dead or something or whatever, this will shoot. And so now, when all of these are true, we have to switch to sequence. And so sequentially, first we need to switch on this do once again, so we can play montage and then stop attacking once again. So it's easy to do. Just go ahead and let's make a custom event for it. Reset is attacking dodge do once. Kind of long name. Sorry for that. At least it's clear. So we do it this way. And now let's see what happens. So we are doing normal thing. I wonder if this is firing or if am I missing something else. So let's go back to this character and now we can kind of debug. Okay, so notify end apparently finishes much later than we would want. Okay, let's do it maybe here. Still feels like it has to finish the whole animation. Okay, so let's go back here. And by the way, there's one real handy thing here, advanced settings and always on top. This is really handy. And I'll show you why. Now we have this window, it's always on top. And I can now go here and it's still on top when I'm switching the guy. Okay, so what if I do notify begin? Equals interrupt. Yeah, it feels like we're still finishing the animation. Okay. So yeah, this is still a bug here that I mean I think I know what we could kind of fix. Yeah, okay. So it's working. It's working, but that's not doing what we want because we still cannot start this guy because we're still playing montage. And we cannot move because I think movement is disabled if we are doing the if any montage is playing. Let's see. This is forward. Yeah, it's not disabled, I think. Yeah, it's not disabled, but we still have the root motion playing, so that's the guy is actually stuck in place and it cannot move until the animation finishes. What we could do, of course, and this would be like a simple solution, is as soon as notify ends, we could do this, and then we could do the stop, which will be a dirty way to fix it. That's not the best idea. Stop animation. Dirty way to do it, but still possible. In the next video we will try to maybe tackle it in a different way. Yeah, so now you can see You can see it's become more fluid. I can actually do it at any point in time. It's not really helpful though, because it's not traveling big enough distance. And if I put it too fast, then it's going to be just ridiculously, it's going to look ridiculously, right? So let's keep it maybe 1.5. So in next video we will talk about how to implement it better, in a sense that you could actually do it just right after attacks, because that's what you usually want it to do. Sorry that this video is kind of long. Hopefully next time we will kind of wrap it up faster. Thank you for watching. I would be happy to read your comments about this stuff, you know, what could be done better, what could be improved, and we're slowly moving forward with this project. So like, subscribe, all this stuff. Thank you for watching once again, and see you next video. Bye bye.